For you meat lovers out there, we got a Cajun style coming up next. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rhonda Fitterer.
And I'm Laverne Dede.
And on today's show, we got a meatloaf recipe submitted by our own Tom Jablonski, our cameraman. And it's a Cajun style meatloaf, so I can't wait to get this. We'll get some ingredients for you so you can cook along with us. And with that, we got a 3-cheese potato bake. What else goes better with meatloaf than potatoes? So
Right.
okay, get your pen and paper ready. Write down these ingredients so you can cook along with us. For the meatloaf, you're gonna need butter, a half of a large onion, half a cup of green pepper, teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, depending on how spicy you want it, a 1/2 teaspoon dried thyme, a 1/2 teaspoon pepper, and a 1/2 teaspoon cumin, along with a pound of ground beef, 1 egg, a 1/2 cup of finely dried breadcrumbs, 3/4 cup ketchup, and a little dash of Worcestershire sauce.
Yes.
We call that the W sauce. And for the potato bake, the ingredients that you'll need are chicken broth. We're going to need some milk, butter, pepper. We're going to have some mashed potato flakes, Monterey Jack cheese, shredded cheddar cheese, and American cheese. So there's your 3 cheeses there. And you're going to need sour cream and chives.
No. That sounds so good.
It is. I'm
You
sure
know.
these are going to be wonderful,
Yeah,
and
right.
add these to our recipe book, and I'm sure you're going to be cooking these for years to come.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Well, Tom
Yes.
says this is a surefire winner that can't go
Oh.
wrong with this recipe.
Absolutely, and it sounds great though
Yeah,
too.
no more
You
boring
know,
meatloaf.
Well, that's it. Boring.
Yeah.
This is not boring.
Right.
And that's what we don't want. So we're gonna start over here at the
Okay.
stove. I'm gonna turn my stove up there a little bit because I already put 2 tablespoons of butter in here. So
Okay.
the first 8 ingredients go in here, and we're just gonna saute that a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna have our chopped onion.
All right.
Okay, and our chopped green pepper. And we're going to just saute this a little bit here with all these extra little spices here, and that's going to be really good. So we're going to do a teaspoon of salt, but my little thing here is just my measure is a 1/2, so I have to go twice.
Okay.
Because everything else is a 1/2.
Oh.
And I could remember all of that. So a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And the 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. And you know, when I've made meatloaf in the past, it certainly does sound boring compared to all of this. So I'm just so anxious to give this a try, and I think our viewers will really like it too. And this is a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme,
Okay.
and then a 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon of the cayenne pepper, and that's going to be just, and I'm going to put the 1/2 in because we do like it spicier. But if
Okay.
you're not one that likes too spicy, or spicy doesn't like you, that's just where you're going to just maybe cut back a little.
Okay.
So we're going to get this
Those
here.
sauteed and tender then.
Yeah, just, and that doesn't take very long.
And Mom was out getting a new pan. She was in Fargo recently, and she loves shopping at these kitchen stores, you know, and this is supposed to be a surefire pan that you can do anything in. So we're testing it out tonight.
You can't go wrong. It's everything you make in is going to turn out wonderful. Just
See,
because.
we'll let you know.
So it'll be worth every dollar.
But we're not even talking pennies now, okay?
No, it's not pennies anymore. Okay, so we'll just get that going here, and I'm going to just turn that down and just let that saute a little bit, and then we can come over here and start with the hamburger and that. So
Okay.
we'll just grab this recipe here. We're going to put an egg, and I'm going to put the egg in here first because what I'm going to do is just take a fork and blend that a little bit so that when we do put the hamburger in there, it blends
Okay.
well. Just beat that up a little bit there. So, and then we're going to do a teaspoon of the W sauce. I'm going to let you say it.
I don't know that I say it any better than you.
Okay. And then the recipe calls for 3/4 ketchup, but we divide it. We're going to put a 1/4 cup of ketchup in the hamburger mixture.
Okay.
And the other 1/4 is going to be a sauce that we're going to put on top of the meatloaf after it bakes for 20 minutes. So, get that there.
Okay.
Okay. And then it's a 1/2 cup of dried breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And we'll just mix that up so then when we put the hamburger in there, that's going to just mix.
Blend
Right.
up nice.
But I'm not going to put the hamburger in until we can put all the other ingredients in there that we're sauteing.
Okay.
So let's just go check. And it says, that 5 to 10 minutes that you're going to saute that just to get it a little tender and, get that butter flavor in the onions and green pepper. And
Well, you could certainly smell all those spices. This is definitely going to clear out any sinus problems anybody has.
so that's just going to give some nice flavor to that. A basic meatloaf, I'm going to say. Let's just give that a couple of more minutes, and then, too, with our 3 cheese potato bake.
Okay.
The meatloaf we're going to put in and we're going to bake 20 minutes, and then we're going to put this extra sauce on top and bake another 20 minutes.
Okay.
And the potato bake is only 20 minutes, so we won't add that into the oven right away.
Okay.
We'll wait. But one thing too, all our things are going to be hot, so the 20 minutes is all you're going to need. But if you wanted to make this prior and put it in the refrigerator and bake it, you'd want to add a little bit more time to it than the 20 minutes. Just
Okay.
because your ingredients aren't all hot. But that one there, we're going to start. We have a 4th cup of butter.
Okay.
You don't
want to pound.
Right. So just over a 1/2 stick of butter,
Okay.
or I should say, not a 1/2, a 1/4. We got to go these 4ths, and we're going to do that, and then we're going to add 2/3 cup, 2 2/3 cup chicken broth.
Okay.
And 2/3 cup milk. So we're going to just let that heat up, and then we're going to add the potato flakes, and we need a little bit of a pepper in here too.
Okay.
Remember that one there? It says about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. How are we doing? That looks
They're
pretty
getting
good.
soft.
Okay, I think we can turn that off there and bring it over and add that to our mixture that we have over here.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to just set that aside here for a bit. And let's get this mixed up here.
There's going to be nothing boring about this meatloaf. I know I've said it before, but this smells awesome.
It does. So we're going to just keep that away there. And I'm using a 93% lean hamburger.
Okay.
One thing too with You know, it's nice not to have a lot of fat in it, but if you ever go with the 98% or whatever, you need a little bit more grease or a little fat in your hamburger than, you know, like a 98%.
Okay.
You know, meatballs, pigs
don't
in the
stick
blanket and
otherwise.
stuff. It definitely is better when you have a little bit of fat to the hamburger. So with all that ingredients mixed up in there, that really goes fast, works very good.
All right.
So we're going to just shape that into a loaf right here. I'm going to just put that in there and just that.
Got all cleaned out.
Yes. So we'll just shape that here. And you can certainly use like a bread pan or something like that, but I just like to make sure I have plenty of room.
And we're gonna put some ketchup on top. Is that our topping on top as well?
It will be, but we're going to wait.
Oh, okay, that's right. We need to bake this
for 20
first.
minutes, and then we'll come back and do that. So let's
Okay.
pop that in the oven.
And we have the oven preset at what?
Oh, preheated at 375.
Okay.
Thank you. That was good there. So I'm going to just put my timer on for the 20 minutes. And this is starting to heat up here. And while this is boiling, let's just go get our topping mixed up for the top of the meatloaf so that is ready when, you know, the 20 minutes is up.
Okay, sounds
Well,
great.
that's there. So I'm going to just take this in here, and we're going to use that extra half a cup of ketchup.
Okay.
And a couple of little dashes of the Worcestershire sauce. Always makes me sound like I've been on the sauce myself, right? I'm going to probably do about a half a teaspoon there.
Okay.
And a little bit of cayenne pepper, and I have to come back over here and get that. So I'm just going to put a couple of little shakes in there, and then we'll just get that mixed up, and we can set that aside until that is done.
All right.
Okay. So there we go. Okay, so we'll come back over here and get this going here, get this boiling. And like I said, that was our fourth stick of butter, 2/3 cup milk, and 2 2/3 cup
Chicken broth.
or chicken broth, right? And a little bit of pepper.
Okay.
And then we're going to have 2 cups and 1/3 of potato flakes.
Okay.
So, you know, that makes it so easy. You know, we're doing the potato flakes, and
So this isn't like instant potatoes. Potato flakes are something completely different.
no, it's the same.
Okay.
It just sounds better.
Okay.
People say instant potatoes. You know, we can't use that. No, it's potato flakes, and you know, you can get some very good potato flakes out there that are excellent.
Okay.
You know, and something quick that you know, you use, and just, you know. So we're getting that to a boil here, and that's why, you know, all our ingredients are hot. So you know, of course, it's not going to take that long to bake.
Okay.
I'm just gonna come over here, and I'm gonna get a fork, because when I put that in here,
Okay. I've never made potato flakes before. Not that I make regular mashed potatoes a lot, but is this kind of like instant rice that you just set it aside and it puffs up and cooks all itself?
it will, yes.
Okay.
So we'll just get that blended
It just
here.
soaked
and
right up.
It does. So we'll just mix that in there, and then we'll let it set for about 30 seconds, and then we'll just fluff it up a little bit more.
Okay.
And then we'll put it in our casserole here.
Okay.
And then we'll sprinkle our cheeses on top, and that's it. And then at the end, you know, you can garnish it with chives and sour cream if you like.
Okay.
You know what? And what I would do too with the sour cream, I'd probably just put the sour cream on the table, and everybody can put what they have, what they want on it. And then you don't have the whole casserole with the sour cream on it. And if you don't eat it all that night, and you reheat it or whenever you're going to use it and stuff. So
Right.
I think that'll work out really well.
Unless you know it's gonna just go.
No. Well, and I think it will. Just depends on how many people you have too, right?
Right, right.
So we're going to bring this over here. And, you know, with chicken broth in here and stuff, you know, because that always has that salt, whatever. We didn't even have to add any extra salt. And, of course, your cheeses will have that, you know, they're a little bit saltier too. So you're going to have plenty of seasoning in here.
Okay.
So let's just get that. And it says about a quart, you know, casserole or whatever is the size that you will need.
This would be a really quick and easy potato dish for a large crowd. I mean, you certainly can double, triple this with whatever you need as well.
It very easily, and it would go quickly. Like you said, it just doesn't take that long. And I don't think that anybody's going to realize it's not your cooked mashed potatoes that, you know, you're going to be all ready to go. So we're going to just spread that out.
Okay.
Okay, and so we have a third cup of your cheddar cheese.
Okay.
We're going to just sprinkle that on top. And when you're going to bake it right away, when you have the hot ingredients, it says bake about 20 minutes or, you know, until the cheese is melted.
Okay.
And that, so then a third cup of the Monterey Jack cheese.
Okay.
Got to get those corners. Make sure everybody gets their equal amount of cheese. And then a third cup of chopped just diced American cheese. I didn't find any grated American cheese, and I don't even know if that's out there. So I just cubed some cheese there.
Oh, works just fine.
Absolutely. Once it's melted and everybody's just, there you go. So we're going to just set that back over here, here, and we're going to wait until the meatloaf is ready to put the topping on, and then they both go in at another 20 minutes.
Sounds great.
We're going to be set to have a feast.
Oh, can't wait.
Okay, our timer is going off for the 20 minutes for our meatloaf. So we're going to add another 20, but what we're going to do is we're going to take that out and add our topping to it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have you pop that potato bacon.
All right.
So,
There we go.
okay, so we'll just bring that over here and add that. Does that smell good?
Oh, it's baking up great.
It is. And so we're going to just cover the top of the meatloaf with this. I could just taste those cold meatloaf sandwiches already though too. I mean I love cold meatloaf sandwiches.
All right.
Okay, so we will just put that back in the oven for that other next 20 minutes and we'll be able to sample that. There we go, and I already got the timer set, so we'll be back here in 20 minutes.
Sounds great.
Okay, well, hey, our oven, the beeper timer is going off.
Okay.
Let's check out that meatloaf and potato bake. So,
Well, about 5 minutes ago, we took the lid off the meatloaf just to give it a little bit
you know, a little extra, you bacon that or whatever. Yes. Oh,
Perfect.
Doesn't that look good? Okay, and now the potato bake. Look at that.
Oh, that looks awesome too.
Okay. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of chives and we're just going to sprinkle that on top.
Oh, that just makes it so pretty.
Doesn't it though? But it really adds extra flavor there too, so we'll just... Okay.
We're good.
We're good, huh? I got the last one out there, so okay. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the meatloaf out and just put it in here so it'll be a little bit, and that's just the cover from that casserole pan dish. So I'll set that aside. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a couple of pieces there, and that baked really, really good.
Oh, it smells just wonderful.
Doesn't it though? Okay. And then we'll scoop this over here and let's put some of our potato puff on that.
I think you could put cheese on almost anything and it's going to be good.
It's going to make it absolutely. There we go.
Fabulous.
And then we're going to just put a little dollop of sour cream on top of that for there. So,
All right.
okay.
Well, perfect.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
I think we might have people coming over for this one. Well, thank you so much for submitting the recipe for us, Tom, for us to cook for our viewers. To get these recipes, just go to Consolidated's website, www.ctctel.com. Please submit your recipes for us to cook for you. Thank you always to the Workshop for being your sponsor, and join us again. Thank you.